Welcome. It is a beautiful day here at Ricketts Park in Farmington, New Mexico. It's the Connie Mack World Series here, and we're here in bracket play. This is the fun part of the game where it's double elimination, so today is not the last day of the tournament for these teams necessarily, but wins count even more right now. If you win today, you get to play next on Wednesday for sure. So the game we have today for you are the Florida Legends. They will be taking on the elite squad of Gulf South. So Florida in the tournament right now, they are 1-1-1 in their pool play. So their first game, they won over the Midland Redskins. That one was an 8-9 victory. Braxton Shelton got the W on that one. They followed it up with an 8-12 loss to the Texas Sticks. In that one, Alex Pazos got the loss, and then a late tie against the Colton Nighthawks, who we just watched lose against the California Renegades just a moment ago here from Ricketts Park. On the other side, in the Reds, in fact, the gentleman that we are watching get brought out onto the field right now is Gulf South. So Gulf South, they come into this one 2-1 on the pool play. Their first game was against the D-Bats, who won last night. It was a 6-3 loss. That loss coming for Leighton Pittman, the man who we will be seeing on the mound today. Then a W over UBC National. They won that one 8-5 before getting a 10-0 trouncing of the home team, the 505 Panthers. So Elite Squad will be the home team. We'll take a look at their pitcher. That's Leighton Pittman. As I mentioned, Pittman did get the loss in the very first one of it, but time to read through the lineup for the Florida Legends. So the Legends, first up to bat for them. In fact, they haven't changed up him. He's been on the lead the whole tournament so far. Cameron King, who's playing out in center field. Following him, Justin LeBron has fought his way into the second spot on the lineup. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. Samuel Fisher in a familiar number 3 spot. He is playing at first base. Abdiel Delgado batting cleanup in left field. Victor Davila is the catcher in the 5 spot. Roylan Quevado has moved down to the 6 spot. He's playing over at second base today. Anthony Ruiz in right field is in the 7 spot. Eddie Bo Rodriguez in third base in the 8 spot. And Pablo Torres today, he will be the designated hitter. You will also see him on the mound. So 9 men in the lineup, 9 men in the field for the Florida Legends. The defense for these Elite Squad Gulf South. Pitching, as I mentioned, Leighton Pittman. Dominic Archila is catching. Over at first is Cade Pearl. We will see over at second base today for them. Pardon me there. Making a little bit of a change there as they're getting ready to come out here. But at second base, it's Will Taylor. Over at third base today is Braden McLinn. Shortstop, that is Gavin Lewis. In left field, Colin Dupree. Center field is Reed Broussard. And right field, rounding it out, is Dane Watts. So it looks like we're all ready to go. We'll take a look at Leighton Pittman as he delivers this one in. First pitch is a slider outside, but catches just enough to the plate. Cameron King to the plate for the Florida Legends. King sees one, similar spot, takes a quick 0-2. Pittman looking for the same spot, but this one's just sneaks its way outside. Looks like he understood that that's where he can really get some work done. He's just pounding those same sliders all on the outside part of the plate, trying to get Cameron King to swing. Cameron King, 3-12 in the pool play. He had 4 runs and 2 runs batted in, holding his job there at the top spot of the lineup. Gets his bat on that one. It's over to short. And Lewis's throw is not in time. So first man is aboard on an infield single by Cameron King. If he'd have hit that any harder, then that ball would certainly have gotten him out, as it would have bought just enough time for Gavin Lewis. But instead, standing over at first, Cameron King with the infield single. Next up will be Justin LeBron, and he's a very good story for the Florida Legends. First pitch coming his way is going to be a changeup high for a ball. So Justin LeBron, he has one more year of high school left. He's a class of 2023, actually a lot of them on this Florida Legends team. Out of Archbishop McCarthy High School, but LeBron started out the tournament on the bottom part of the lineup as he takes ball number 2. He moved up into the 5 spot for the last 2 games, but LeBron in the pool play was 7 for 9 with 6 runs, and he was second on the team in runs batted in with 5. So LeBron absolutely fought his way and deserves this number 2 spot. At least that's how he's played so far in the pool play, but now's the time where he's going to have to prove it. He's going to have to demonstrate that moving him into that 2 spot is valuable, with Cameron King standing on first in a 2-0 count. Pittman delivers high for a ball. Pittman looks in the spot. And that will be a free bag for Cameron King. No attempt to go for it, as that is ball 4 either way. Justin LeBron will walk here. And for the Florida Legends, early on here at least, it's looking very good. Next up to the plate here, Samuel Fisher. I mentioned that LeBron was number 2 on the team in RBIs. Fisher number 1 with 6. He pounds that to deep left center. Ranging back to get after that ball is Colin Dupree. Here's going to be the play at third, and the slide is in time. That one gets away. And the first run of the game will come in the name of Cameron King as that one gets away from third base. Heads up base running Justin LeBron parks up at third base as the ball was in the hands of Leighton Pittman, and he just wasn't paying attention, didn't catch the man heading over there to third. So I think it is, well, it'll be tough to call that one an RBI. I'll have to see how they rule that one, but one run does come across in Cameron King, and it's an early 1-0 lead. Man stands over at third base with just the 1 out. So up to the plate is Abdiel Delgado. First pitch in, a ball. So Cameron King advances to third, and then the error by the shortstop is what they will call that one to bring them in. Reaches after that one. Pitches high for a ball. Two one. Delgado. He'll attack that one, and it will not get down. Great catch out there by Dupree. Dupree's throw to home is not going to be in time. So 2 sacrifices for the Florida Legends, and they have a 2-0 lead early on. You got to look there. Dupree really ranged out to get after that one. He did dive after it. Not much you can do there as he had to go out of the range. Tough play to be made, but the RBI will go for Delgado. 2 down now. Here comes Victor Davila to the plate. And the first offering for him is a fastball on the outside part. Catcher will see a changeup low and take the strike. He's down the count 0-2. Heading out to University of Miami at Dade. Miami-Dade, rather. Attacks that one and fouled into the parking lot. So you look through, a lot of these guys for Florida, as I mentioned, have another year left before they move on. A lot of 2023s. Delgado, he's one of the man who just hit it. He's one of the gentlemen who graduated this year, but this man right here will strike out. Victor Davila goes down swinging, but 2 runs come across for the Florida Legends after the top half of the first. On big plays just like this one, the Legends go up 2-0.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Fiesta Kia on Lomas, a better way to buy your next car. As a get more and save more kind of store, we're ready to get you on the road and in the vehicle that you want to drive. With a great selection of all-new Kias arriving daily to the all-new gas-saving electric EV6. With a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles, we'll have the perfect car for you, or we'll find it. Stop by Fiesta Kia on Lomas today or start driving now at fiestakia.com.
Take a look again at this. That's the sacrifice fly out there for Abdriel Delgado. And I mean, it was a great play by Dupree, but there's not a whole lot you can do, and that is what allows the Florida Legends to have this 2-0 lead. So on the mound for them today is going to be Pablo Torres. So Torres, he'll also be batting for them today. Pablo Torres out of Central Point Christian. He's heading to Bethune-Cookman. Elite squad, we'll see Will Taylor, number 1. Dane Watts will be the number 2 batter. Reed Broussard will be batting number 3. Cade Pearl in the cleanup spot. Dom Archila is catching in the 5 spot. Kuriger in the 6th spot. Colin Dupree batting 7th. Braden Micklin batting 8th. And the lineup rounded out by Gavin Lewis. First offering from Torres is a high fastball. Make it 1-0. Second one comes in for the strike. So Torres, he did pitch in their very first game against the Midland Redskins. That was a early tough one for them. That game they had to battle their way back as they were down 6-2 after 3 innings, but a big 4-run 7th inning is what allowed them to finally get the victory, and they actually won on a balk where Victor Davila was brought home. Counts 1-2. Pitch comes high, Torres. Take a look here at Will Taylor. Taylor, the elite squad, their top 3 have not changed all tournament. Will Taylor, he's batting 4 for 9 with 4 runs and 4 runs batted in. So averaging, well, 1 run and 1 RBI every time he puts bat on ball. This time he's not going to, as that one finds its way outside. And first batter of the afternoon for Pablo Torres stares at a full count. Holds back, and the patience pays off. Will Taylor will head over to first base. It's a free bag for the man headed to Baton Rouge Community College. Next up to the plate, we will see Dane Watts. Watts has been a mainstay out in right field all throughout. You see Torres head back out onto the mound. Here he is, Dane Watts. Right field all throughout. He's 3 for 10 on the tournament so far. 3 runs, 2 runs knocked home for the elite squad. Elite squad Gulf Coast. They've got a few different iterations across the country. First pitch is swung on and missed. They've got their U14 and U16 teams also competing in series across the country. But none quite so fun and beautiful here as the Connie Mack at Ricketts Park. Elite squad hoping to continue their winning streak. The last 2 games were wins. Just the 1 loss in the very first game of the series, and that's the D-Bats, who looks continually to be one of the top contenders here. Southern California looking good in their game earlier. As we've got a full day of events for you here from Ricketts Park. Torres sets from the stretch. Fires. The 88-mile-an-hour fastball is outside for a ball. He is going after them. I wouldn't say that he's not doing so, because it looks like he's definitely got the effort for it, but sometimes it just rolls a little bit away from where you're trying to aim it. With the 1-2. Ball smacked over to first base. It's deflected once. Can they get the play over there? Yes! Torres in position to get the ball from Quevedo, and that will be the first out. Taylor will advance on the play, but just in time, Roland Quevedo was able to get his hand on that ball, and Pablo Torres popped in. Take a look at that one again. So hits the glove initially of Sam Fisher, but that's why you never give up on the play, kids. And if you're a pitcher at home watching, always cover first. Always be ready for it. So that was Watts. Up to the plate now is Reed Broussard. Broussard out from center field today. There's just 1 out, man in scoring position, as Broussard will fan on that first one. Broussard, he has graduated, still looking for where he wants to play at the next level, if he is going to. Don't always have to, but a graduate of John Curtis High School. Pardon me, read that wrong. He's actually going to Northwest Florida following this year. As he swings on that one, it'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes. Did graduate this year, though, so headed off there to Northwest Florida State. After a little bit of summer baseball, there's nothing really better than having summer where you get to be out in the sun, out on the field enjoying the game. With the 1-2 count from Pablo Torres. Outside, he misses 2-2. He's going with those fastballs. He's really wanting to get hitters to chase away the fastballs. Those are always a lot tougher to get your hands on. Two-two. Swung on, and that will be strike number 3. First strikeout of the game for Torres, and Broussard is the second out of the inning. Here comes Cade Pearl, so he is one of the changes in the lineup for them, as he's moved up into the number 4 spot here, playing over at first base today. First pitch is high for a ball. He'll be playing his next ball in El Dorado, Arkansas, at South Arkansas Community College. The 1-0, he comes inside. 2-0. So far, Torres, he's kind of fallen behind in counts, but he's been able to, at the very least, kind of fight his way back in when it's tough. (2-0) with a man standing on second still. That one's going to be low for a ball. So Torres still looking for the first strike against Cade Pearl. The first baseman books a ticket to first. So he'll get another look over there, and that's 2 base runners in the inning. Both of those base runners have come on the base on balls. Will Taylor, who's standing over at second base. Now Cade Pearl over at first. We will see now Dominic Archila to the plate. So Archila, the catcher in this one, hasn't really been called upon defensively as of yet. Dominic, who's headed to Panola College out of Vanderbilt Catholic High School. Just graduated this year as well. Real utility guy, though, as he can play any position. You tend to see that a lot more often with catchers, guys who can swap around wherever, because catchers tend to have very high game IQ. That's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 1. Look, they're the Legends and their Blues lead squad. Gulf South in the Reds. Pitch will be just low, it would appear. Goes 1-1. I like the movement on that one. It's a very good take at the very least, because I would have thought that it was right around the knees, but it just dropped out of them. 1-1. Goes fastball low outside corner for strike 2. You could see that one being delivered in by his catcher Davila. Said, hey, smoke him. Throw the fastball. Now even the catcher shaking off some of the calls. Here comes the 1-2. He'll skip in the dirt, but Davila keeps it in front of him. Runners will have to hold up. Count goes even. In fact, we've got 2s across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 men on. It's a 2-run lead for the Legends that Torres is hoping to hold on to that lead here. Just away. Count goes full once again. This will be the second full count of the inning. Archila holding up the southpaw. Generally speaking, especially with breaking stuff, the southpaw has the advantage. Torres will step off. Just take one more last second to collect himself. He's been pitching out of the stretch almost the entire inning, since the very first batter, Will Taylor, made it to first base. Swung on, and that is strike number 3, second strikeout of the inning, and the final out. 2 men are stranded in the inning as Florida Legends able to hold on to the 2-run lead after 1. We will see them come back up to the plate in inning number 2.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Thunderbird Harley-Davidson is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and the Connie Mack World Series. Visit ThunderbirdHD.com for more info.
showstopper. Beats get it crunk and wired. Wave your hands, scream loud. Everybody here get it out of control.
Back here as you take a look once again at Pittman on the mound. Great mustache going right there. Hoping that he can get himself a win for the tournament. Pittman clears the dirt on the mound. So in this inning for the Florida Legends, we will see Roylan Quevedo, we'll see Anthony Ruiz, and then Eddie Bo Rodriguez. 6, 7, 8 spots in the inning. First pitch is off the plate, 1-0. So our umpires today, Randy Upton at the plate. This one will be smacked out to left field, going back, chasing back, and loses it in the sun. Dupree is going to have to chase it down, but up, standing at second base is Roylan Quevedo with a little bit of a dance there. Quevedo got all of that ball as it was chasing back, and Dupree, you know, the sun right now would be right in his face. See the reaction there by Quevedo. Here he is having to go after it, and it just hit the tip of the glove. Maybe misjudged. So Quevedo in at second base. Up to the plate now is Anthony Ruiz. That will be tagged foul. So for all the folks at home scoring, they are going to call that an E7. So Dupree, that's going to be his first mistake. To finish off, though, the list of the umpires today. So Randy Upton is behind the plate. Albert Ruiz over at first. Jeff Clough, second base umpire today. Mark Lewis over at third base. And up here in the booth to review is Rob McKinney. That one smacked up through the middle, goes through the gap, and that should bring home a run. Legends put number 3 up on a gap shot from Anthony Ruiz. And that's a tough one when it goes right past Will Taylor. For a second baseman, especially one that's right-handed, having to come across your body to make that play, and Anthony Ruiz put it in the sweet spot of the infield. So the teams keep a rolling all night long. The Legends with Anthony Ruiz standing at first. We'll see Eddie Bo Rodriguez to the plate. Rodriguez will cut through that one, and he'll miss it. He doesn't miss that one, but he mislocates it as it's fouled into the fencing. The 0-2 is in the dirt, and Anthony Ruiz heads to second base. He'll be in standing up on the wild pitch. Actually, I think we'll probably call that one a pass ball. It was low and away, but I think ultimately that one just got away from Archila. So as I mentioned, Leighton Pittman's first game of the Connie Mack was against Midland. He gave up 4 runs in that game. tough one as we take a look. And Roylan Quevedo heading his way home, and just the excitement on the Florida Legends. That's something that, remember last year about the Legends, is they have a loud dugout. They get very excited for each other. A lot of songs to be sung in that dugout as reaching after it, Rodriguez will foul it away to stay alive at 2-2. So after Rodriguez, we'll see the pitcher, Torres. He's standing in the on-deck circle. Reaches after it, and the first man is retired in the inning. Second strikeout of the game for Pittman. One away. We'll see Pablo Torres to the plate now. Pitcher-on-pitcher duel, something that you don't get to see all the time. Even nowadays where we're seeing more two-way players emphasize, still many pitchers will not take a hitting appearance during their pitching appearance, but Torres is the exception. And he will put that one into center field, having to range out and make the play over there just in time. There's Broussard on the play. He lost the hat. Having to pop it back down on there, so that'll be 2 quick outs on the bottom part of the lineup. Runner still stands at second base. It's Anthony Ruiz, and we turn the lineup back over. We'll see Cameron King back in the plate. Cameron King, a single and a run in the very last inning. He had that infielder to short. Gap to second base, and he'll take a ball. So the way the defense is playing it, Will Taylor, the second baseman, he's the guy who's covering second base right now, in case they want to check on Ruiz there. So that one's going to come high for a ball. Probably smart with the way that Cameron King had just hit it over to shortstop, but that's the sort of stuff that leads to the play we saw earlier with the ball that Ruiz hit going right past it, because when the second baseman having to range back into his playing position and then turn right back around, this one will be pounded high. Foul into the stands, just behind some folks over there with the umbrellas. See that? They're still in good spirits. They weren't too afraid. Cameron King looking at a 2-1. Heading to Bethune-Cookman. Oh, that was a really slow changeup, 67 miles an hour. And he's been in the 80s with his fastballs, so that one taking off almost 20 miles an hour with the changeup. He doesn't get the call, though, so the count goes 3-1. And strike is called late by the ump, but he catches just the inside part of the corner. Cameron King will face a full count. So he's got that elbow pad, the shin pad, but buttoned down a little bit, down to the chest. King sees one high, and on the stolen base attempt, they say he's safe. Archila was not caught looking. He knew that the man was going, but did not get the play. I'd love to see that one if we got it, but man, Ruiz was hoping to catch him sleeping. He didn't, but he still was able to beat the throw just by the hair of his chin. So runners now stand at the corners as Cameron King walks. Be the second time aboard. Speaking of walks, up to the plate now is Justin LeBron. He walked and he scored in the last inning. Thinking about the throw there as protecting King with the swing. All right, let's take a peek. Oh, he dropped the ball. That's what happened there. It was a good throw. You definitely can't take that one away from Archila, as he put it right on the spot where it needed to be, but unable to hold on to the ball there was Micklin. So now runners stand at second and third after Cameron King gets the free bag to second. They do give him the stolen base. LeBron will watch a ball, 1-1. So he will have to reach base safely to bring in any more runs. But as I mentioned, already 5 in pool play. Guy to watch out for this Florida lineup. And there it is. RBI through the middle to center field. 2 runs will score for the Florida Legends. A big first inning, an even bigger second inning already, as Justin LeBron gets a 2 RBI single, and the Legends lead 5-0. And look at LeBron right there. I mentioned it. He's worked his way further and further up in the lineup, and now he had to prove, hey, I deserve to be in this number 2 spot. Well, he's absolutely done it today. Already a run and 2 runs batted in. Now up to the plate, we'll see Samuel Fisher. He had that fly out earlier. And just look at the location of this one. Perfect spot. And the man was already around third. They knew that there was nothing they could do to stop Cameron King. Cameron King's got those wheels. And Sam Fisher just got a ball, 1-1. He'll reach after that one. I think Fisher really chasing after that. So he did have that fly out earlier. Didn't get credit for the runs batted in because of the errors, but right now, a little bit of wind in the air, but really not a lot. Just enough to kind of keep you cool down on the field. So we are in Farmington, New Mexico. Summertime here in New Mexico, so the temperature right now about 88 degrees. We should be seeing it creep up a couple more degrees as the day goes along. Not too hot though. It should be nice crisp conditions for our 2 night games today. This is the second of 4 in bracket play here at Ricketts Park. Here's another stolen base attempt. LeBron is beat. Davila this time, the man holds on to the ball, and that will be out number 3 in the inning as LeBron is caught stealing. But 3 runs will come across in the inning as the Legends, well, they got a lot of work, including, well, that right there was the final out, but they got RBIs from Ruiz and Justin LeBron would give them this 5-0 lead after 2.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting Discover Western.
All right, here, welcome back. We will show you now the Elite Squad Gulf South lineup. So we've already worked through the first 5, but that's Will Taylor batting first. Number 2 is Dane Watts. And then Reed Broussard in the 3 spot. Cade Pearl clean up today in the 5 spot. Dom Archila is batting. In this inning, we'll see Braden Kurger, the number 6 man. Colin Dupree batting in 7th and playing in 7 out in left field. Braden Micklin, the number 8 batter today from third base. And out at shortstop and rounding out the lineup is Gavin Lewis. I'll also read you the defense now. So Pablo Torres is the pitcher. Catching is Victor Davila. Samuel Fisher at first base. Second base is Roylan Quevedo. At third is Eddie Bo Rodriguez. Short is Justin LeBron. Left field, Abdriel Delgado. Center field is Cameron King. And out in the right field, it's Anthony Ruiz. There's Pablo Torres into pitch with a 5-0 lead right now. Braden Kurger in first and takes a ball just inside. Kurger, he can play at just about all the corners, first base, third base, catcher. Can also work a little bit in the outfield if necessary. Graduated this year, and the elite squad, Golf, they are out of Louisiana, and he'll be staying in Louisiana for his college play. He's heading to Thibodaux out at Nicholls State University. That pitch is going to be just inside 2-1 now. Torres, there's really nothing more comfortable than pitching with a lead, especially a big one like this. 5-0 is the top of the lineup, and the kind of middle of the lineup have really contributed so far for them. It'll be 2-2, though, for Torres. Kurger is the DH. And the fastball waves past him. It was tipped into the glove, so they will say strike number 3, no chance to run. Kurger's the 3rd strikeout victim on that one. A 90-mile-an-hour fastball from Pablo Torres. And that will be one away here. We'll see Colin Dupree follow up next. So Torres, just 5'10" on the mound. A lot of times nowadays you see taller and taller the pitchers, but for Torres, he is still getting those really good speeds on it. That one coming in at 86 on the breaking pitch. Gets a strike on Colin Dupree. This one skips in the dirt. Dupree, he's been the focus defensively a little bit. He does have an error. He also had a very awesome diving catch. So he's had a lot of focus. Now his chance to maybe do some damage himself, but he takes that one up and away. Count goes 2-1. Pablo's got his fans in the house. Folks still trickling in as this one will be swung on and missed. Strike number 2. It's an early Monday morning, or rather Monday afternoon now, but still fans in here, especially over in the areas right by the dugouts. People coming in to watch some baseball. Some high-quality baseball here. Torres looking at a 2-2 to Colin Dupree. Dupree gets his bat on that one. The dugout ducks. Looks like our cameraman got the ball. Gives it back to the ump, so that one's going to continue being used. 2 balls, 2 strikes still. And Dupree chases after another one, fouled away. Dupree slaps that one over to second base. Quevedo there for the out. And that's 2 down. That'll bring Braden Micklin to the plate as you see Colin Dupree there having to head back to the dugout. Good to get the bat on the ball, but not enough to get himself over to first. We'll see Braden Micklin to the plate now, the number 8 batter. And here's again the man from St. Cloud, Florida. He throws in a breaking pitch outside for a strike. Ooh, gets that one. It's a fastball, but he just misses. That one to Torres, and that will just bang off the glove. Not enough time to react on it, and Cavado tries to make the play, but that should be an infield single for Micklin. And the first man is aboard. That's the first hit of the game for Elite Squad Gulf South. They're going to hope that maybe they can string a couple more of these together, as that's the number 8 man who finally gets on. They did have 2 walks in that first inning, but Micklin right there having a chance to chat with the coach. Next up, it's Gavin Lewis. He'll round out the lineup for the boys out of Louisiana. Gulf Squad South, coached by Jay Artigas. Gavin Lewis. He can switch sides, so don't be surprised if we see a left-handed pitcher come up, as he switch over to the left-hand side, take the advantage. So for a switch hitter, the goal is usually bat right-handed against a right-handed pitcher, left-handed against a left-handed pitcher, because you usually get a little bit easier time with the breaking pitches and overall from that side. But he will wave at that one, and the man who's headed to University of Alabama at Birmingham, Gavin Lewis, staring at a 1-2. He's actually a 2001 graduate, so 1 year out of high school. And that one will be launched into the parking lot, foul. Among the tallest players on the team, standing at 6'1", only Cade Pearl with his 6'3" frame that we've already seen him today stands taller. Count stays 1-2. 2 men out, man on first. Trying to get him to chase a fastball up. Lewis looking for his first hit in the bracket play. Well, the second hit of the day for Elite Squad. That will be blooped to his own position at short. Picks up, throws, and Justin LeBron's got him in time for the final out. One man gets on base, but nobody can come across to score. So after 2 full innings of play, the Legends hold on to a 5-0 lead, heading off into the 3rd inning after this marvelous play from short by Justin LeBron.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Fiesta Kia on Lomas, a better way to buy your next car. As a get more and save more kind of store, we're ready to get you on the road and in the vehicle that you want to drive. With a great selection of all new Kias arriving daily to the all new gas-saving electric EV6. With a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles, we'll have the perfect car for you, or we'll find it. Stop by Fiesta Kia on Lomas today or start driving now at fiestakia.com.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
As you can see by the flags right there, not a whole lot of wind, just enough to maybe pick them up a touch, but nothing really flying out there in this inning for the Florida Legends. We'll see Samuel Fisher, Adriel Delgado, and Victor Davila to the plate. Samuel Fisher takes a ball in the first pitch. Pittman's offering will be launched out to left field. And in standing is Samuel Fisher. He rounds the bag thinking about it, but I think that thought was not really going to last all that long. So Fisher aboard. Still Leighton Pittman on the mound for the elite squad, Gulf South. Now up to the plate, number 23, it's Adriel Delgado. So we go 22 to 23 on that pitch delivery. Getting some flyovers now. I don't think that was scheduled, probably not in the scheduled manual, but still fun for everybody involved. Delgado had an RBI flyout last time. He holds back on this one. Take a look at him, just like many of the other legends, buttoning it down halfway. Let you see the chains. Not going to go after that fastball that's high. Actually, I think that might have been a sliders at 79 on the gun. Seen Pittman pushing the 80s for his fastballs. Leighton Pittman. 2-1, and that one is ripped in the gap. Back-to-back singles get the inning started for the Florida Legends, and that one, that might be a mistake over there. Sliding in, he's going to be out at third base. Samuel Fisher got a little bit greedy. And he pays the price, as that's going to be a 4-5. Adriel Delgado will still be in safely. He'll head over to second base. We'll take a look at that one. So you see that ball squirt by, and Fisher decided to run for it, but the tag well ahead of time. He tried to kind of duck his way out of it, too. That was a nice, clever little thought, but they'll still have a man standing at second. It'll be Adriel Delgado, but now there's one out on the board. After Fisher, well, the ball just got kind of bobbled a little bit, dropped down by Will Taylor, but it wasn't that far ahead of him. And now at the plate, it's Victor Davila, the catcher, struck out his first time to the plate. Victor Davila out of Braddock High School. He will smack that into shallow right field, so 2 hits in a row go right there. It's 3 singles to get the third going. He'll move Delgado over to third. And now runners stand at the corners. We see Adriel Delgado right there, and then Victor Davila. So the Legends have really picked up on what Leighton Pittman is laying down here. He does have 2 strikeouts in the game, but without the caught stealing and a little bit aggressive base running there by Samuel Fisher, that he might be doing even more damage here. We're just here now in the top of the third. There's just 1 out. 1 strike to Roylan Quevedo, who's done some masterful work from second base, a couple of assists defensively for Quevedo. He reached on an error by the left fielder last time. Just to check over at first to make sure Davila's nice and comfortable over there. Watching today's game on LivePlaySports.tv, ProView Networks, Comcast Channel 26 in the Albuquerque area. Pitch is up and away for ball number 1. It's the Connie Mack World Series here at Ricketts Park in Farmington, New Mexico. A storied series. The defending champions, the Enid Majors, not in the tournament this year. The runner-up squad, D-Bats, just won last night to advance along. Votto with a 2-1 count. Take ball number 3. Victor Davila just trying to get maybe a little bit into the head. You could hear well, maybe you couldn't hear, but I could hear from up here the entire Elite Squad Gulf South dugout saying runner, runner. They were trying to keep their catcher and pitcher paying attention, but Davila wasn't really running over there. He just took a huge lead. And they're going to check on the lead over at third. Great job by Micklin to just hold that ball. He kept that one from squirting away, which meant that nothing bad happened. And after a walk is given up to Royland K. Votto, I believe that's going to be likely the end of the day for Pittman. So we've got a man walking in from the dugout. Coach Artigas heading out there, talking to the boys. We might be seeing some defensive changes to accompany it all, but stepping in for Elite Squad Gulf South to pitch now, we will see Andrew Bradford. We'll talk about him a little bit. We'll be back in just a moment here on LivePlaySports.tv and ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Thunderbird Harley-Davidson is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and the Connie Mack World Series. Visit ThunderbirdHD.com for more info.
Music make you lose control.
Rock a showstopper, beats get it crunk and wired. Wave your hands, scream loud. Everybody here get it out of control.
So the final line on Leighton Pittman, he pitches 2 2/3 innings. He's got 2 strikeouts, 3 men walked, gave up 6 hits, and well, I guess the line's not completely final because he is responsible for all 3 men on the base paths right now. But up to the plate now, we will see, or up on the mound rather, is Andrew Bradford out of John Curtis High School. The righty, he just finished his high school career, still has not found a committed home just yet, but with a good showing here in the Connie Mack tournament, that could potentially change. And he's going to have his hands full as the first man he has to face is Ruiz. Out of Kenner, Louisiana, Andrew Bradford takes a look in at the count. Bradford, changeup away for strike number 1. So Ruiz, a guy to pay attention to because he's already gotten an RBI on a single in today's game. He brought in Royland K. Votto, who just so happens to be standing over on first base. The 0-1 offering, he throws it even slower there on the curveball. It's 0-2. All right, now do you dial it up on Ruiz? Do you bring him something fast after you've just pushed him twice away with off-speed pitches? We'll see what the 0-2 yields. That one a breaking pitch. They will think about the play over at second. A run comes across. But they do get the out over at first, so Ruiz is caught up in the business, but an RBI for him. As Delgado comes in to score, runners will be at second and third base. Score goes to 6 for the Florida Legends. There's now 2 outs in the inning. One will be fouled away. It's Edibo Rodriguez who steps into the plate now. Rodriguez struck out his first time on a 2-2 pitch. First time through facing Bradford. Be the second man he faces. Bradford trying to just get them out of the jam with as little damage as possible as that one hops up on Taylor, but Taylor able to make the throw just in time. And that will retire the side. So a big-time hold by Andrew Bradford only gives up the 1 run in the inning, but the Florida Legends will extend their lead there on 3 hits in the inning. 2 men stranded as Will Taylor comes in to make the final out. The Florida Legends, after 2.5, lead 6-0 over the Elite Squad Gulf South.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
We go now to the bottom of the 3rd inning. It's a 6-0 lead for the Legends of Elite Squad. You're watching the Connie Mack World Series. Aaron Rivera here for you in the booth on this mid-afternoon lunch hour game. We push now to about 2 o'clock. So we've got a full slate of events for you today. We saw the very first game of the day was the Southern California Renegades versus the Colton Nighthawks. Southern California won that 10-2. We've got Florida Legends and Elite Squad Gulf South right now. Coming up at 5:15 this evening, UBC National will be taking on the ever-dangerous Midland Redskins. And then the nightcap tonight is the all-New Mexico battle. The 505 Panthers taking on the Albuquerque Baseball Academy. You can watch all of that right here on LivePlaySports.tv and ProView Sports. Channel 26, Comcast in the Albuquerque area. So glad that you could join us here for the Connie Mack, as every game here is fun to watch. Seeing the Stars of Tomorrow come up to the plate, and when they say the Stars of Tomorrow, I mean it. Up to the plate right now for Elite Squad, it's Will Taylor. We'll see the top of the lineup here. Taylor, Watts, and Broussard. The Legends, the team in blue, take a look at some of the alumni from them, a pretty impressive list. Anthony Rizzo, who's with the Cubs now, he was back with them early on in 2007. Manny Machado, who nowadays plays for the San Diego Padres, former Oriole, former Dodger. He played with the legends Luke Jackson of the Braves, Alberto Almora, and on and on. A lot of big names on the Florida Legends list. So when you watch games here at the Connie Mack World Series, of course, everybody knows all the Boones played here in the Connie Mack, Ken Griffey Jr., just the stars of tomorrow. You can catch them here as it's a 3-0 count for Will Taylor, who he walked his first time to the plate, but last time he had to do a lot more work on it. He had a full count from Pablo Torres. Torres not playing too many games with Will Taylor here as a 4-pitch walk. Not exactly how you draw it up, I'm sure, in the dugout, but for the second time today, Taylor begins an inning by walking. We'll see Dane Watts to the plate now. Watts, he grounded out. Advanced Will Taylor, but that's as far as Will Taylor would get, would be that second base. Taylor takes the ball right through the middle for a strike. Pardon me, Dane Watts. Dane Watts headed to Louisiana for college. Southeastern Louisiana to be precise, and Dane Watts is down 0-2. Originally out of Hammond, Louisiana. And we'll be high up. Davila just kind of popping up, making sure that he keeps an eye on where Taylor is over there. Or maybe just getting a little bit closer so he can send some words of encouragement up to the mound where Pablo Torres is. Torres pitching out of the stretch. There it is, the steal attempt. Throw from Davila looks like it was almost in time, but just a touch behind it as there's Will Taylor's first stolen base of the game. Victor Davila very close in there, and I think that it was just not the ideal pitch to go off of. We look here as that one was close, but the hand just catches it before the plume of smoke covers the base. Plume of dust, rather. So runner in scoring position with nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Elite squad trying to scratch their way onto the board. They've been good late in games. I mentioned already that they won that Midland game with 4 runs in the final inning. Or rather, they also beat UBC National with 5 runs. Sorry, I got this one backward. They beat UBC National with the 5 runs late in the game. With D-bats, all their runs came in the 4th and 5th. As we take a look once again, just put the horse down and got in, and look at this skill at the end to keep his leg out on the base. It's a 3-2 count right now. Dane Watts stays alive with a foul. 5 runs against UBC National gave them the win, as they were down in that one 3-5 before the final inning. The Panthers, they scored 3 in the final inning to shut it down. We'll see if they can maybe get things started going late, as they're down by 6 here. Again, Watts, he's keeping this at bat at least going, getting a little bit more and more work off of the arm of Torres. Pablo Torres, 58 total pitches. Ninth pitch of the at-bat. This one hit to the gap between second and first. Torres covering first is just in time for the outs. Taylor will advance over to third base, but a very good play is showing off that they can cover out there on the defensive side. Take a look at this one again. As Watts, he was hustling his way down the baseline, but Torres, he got there just in time. Drags it. Ooh, his foot might have dragged off. They're not going to take a look at it again, but he might have dragged it on. Either way, they call it out because he was there just in time, as this one will skip in the dirt, and this could be the first run for Elite Squad Gulf Coast. It will be. Will Taylor comes across to score. And they finally are on the board. It took a lot of effort to get him there. Will Taylor, a stolen base, then advanced on the 4-1, and finally comes around to score. So with one out, bases are cleared up. There's a ball for Reed Broussard. And there it is. That one gets past. Pablo Torres was hoping maybe he could get the same luck he just did. He was staring down at the base, just thinking about it. Not much you can do in that situation. It was a passed ball, so it's not on the pitcher necessarily. He will get the earned run, though. Broussard with a 1-1. In the dirt. Pretty even ball strike count so far. 62 total pitches, 30 balls, 32 strikes for Pablo Torres, so not the most efficient way to get through it. It's fouled away. It's 2-2. Torres looks like he prefers to pitch from the stretch. He throws a fastball up and away. Just a shade below 90 with that fastball, but Torres keeping basically the same stance throughout. Some pitchers are that way. Some prefer to come out of a windup. Torres is a stretch guy. Music came on before the pitch. The umpire having to shut that one down. That's one of those where somebody's elbow might have stretched out, hit the iPad. Got it going. We've got a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Broussard, this one's skied up. It's on the catcher, but it's headed our direction. And rings off the bleachers, so the count stays full. Countdown, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Broussard, the number 3 batter, third man to come up in the inning. A strikeout victim his first time. Trying to avoid that here against Torres. Pitch is inside, and first base will be the home of Reed Broussard after a full count walk. We'll see the 6'3" Cade Pearl will be the next man up. Broussard getting a last couple of words in with his men. You see him staring down Torres, the pitcher. I don't know if you saw the eye paint there for Samuel Fisher as the first pitch is outside and Davila will pop up, but Fisher, he's got that really cool crossed up eye paint. So here's Cade Pearl. Pearl walked his first time, but he never got off of first base. 1 ball, no strikes. Headed for second is Broussard. Throw is high. Tag is not there. Davila, timing was good, but he just skied it a little bit. Forced Quevedo to have to come up. Here it is again. You see that Quevedo having to pop up. It would have been closer, I think, otherwise, but Broussard, second man to get a stolen base in the inning for Elite Squad Gulf South. And that set them up with Cade Pearl, who's moved his way up in the lineup as well. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pearl cuts at that one, and he will strike out swinging. 2 away, 4th strikeout of the game. And with a runner standing over on second base, we'll see Archila come up to the plate. Struck out himself last time. First pitch off the plate, 1-0. So Cade Pearl, who we just saw, he's pitched in the Connie Mack. This is his first time batting. So far for him, 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. But here's Archila, the catcher. That will be off the plate, 2-0. Archila making his second appearance as a catcher. He's played over at third base as well during the tournament. Second base, he's caught twice now. So as I mentioned earlier, a guy who can play all over, and that's how you stay in the lineup. If you can find yourself useful, you know, a very infamous player for that is the San Francisco Giants' Jock Peterson, a guy who can play in the outfield, he can play in the infield. And when you can bat on top of it, or in the case of Archila right now, draw 3 balls. This is usually take count as he takes a strike. Now we go into the batter's count. Archila examines the wood on the bat. If you like it, swing at it. If you don't like it, hold up for the next one. He did like it as he cuts it foul off the top of the bat. Davila, liking that one. Let his pitcher know about it, and now another batter with a full count. The last one is currently standing on second base. This one will be fouled away. Probably goes up the hill. Wind starting to blow now to dead center field. No home runs yet today. It's still early, of course. We've only had 1 full game and now 3 innings of another game. And a free bag. Archila knows it. You're a catcher, you can kind of see that well. You know what's going to be good and what's going to be bad, and he will head over to first base. And this will prompt a coach's timeout. Carlos Marti heading out to the mound. They did have somebody warming up out there, and Torres Hill will hand off the ball. So Pablo Torres throws 77 pitches before he will step aside. We will get you more information on the man coming in just a moment. Pablo Torres leaving to some high fives and some cheers. You're watching the Connie Mack World Series on LivePlaySports.tv and ProView Network's Comcast 26.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Fiesta Kia on Lomas, a better way to buy your next car. As a get more and save more kind of store, we're ready to get you on the road and in the vehicle that you want to drive. with a great selection of all-new Kias arriving daily to the all-new gas-saving electric EV6. With a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles, we'll have the perfect car for you, or we'll find it. Stop by Fiesta Kia on Lomas today, or start driving now at fiestakia.com.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
So Horatio Vargas stepping in. We haven't seen him pitch yet here in the Connie Mack. It's a 2022 graduate, and I mentioned earlier that we might see a left-hander later in the game. Well, here he is. So he will now face off against Braden Kurger. Kurger, in his first time up, struck out. Vargas, first pitch, finds the zone for a strike. Always good as a pitcher to start out with a first pitch strike. Second pitch will be grounded foul by Kurger. Braden playing DH today. So both teams going into the bullpen after 2 2/3. That will be inside for a ball. One and two the count. We'll see what really Vargas can put in. And that will be smacked out to left field, just over the reach, and so it looks like some more runs will come across for Elite Squad Gulf South. One man comes in, two men come in. It's a stand-up double, and Braden Kurger, the DH, brings home two. That is ideal. You see him bringing his stuff back into the boys, but Elite Squad Gulf South saying, hey, we're not out of this one yet. There's still plenty of ball game left as the chains bounce off of the chest. And for good reason, a great at-bat for him. They're back into this, and you saw it here. Men on first and second, and he just laced that one. It was too high up, maybe a little misjudged by Delgado out in left field, and just after it hits the back wall, made it almost impossible to get it back in time, as both of those runs will count against Torres, so that will close the book on him for the day. Pablo Torres, his line is 2 2/3 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts, 5 walks, 1 hit surrendered, 3 runs, and all 3 were earned. So now up to the plate is Colin Dupree. There are still 2 outs in the inning. as Horatio Vargas hoping to get this one done. Keep them at least somewhere where they can stay in the lead. They will check on the runner at second. Davila, at the very least, trying to get in the head. The other players. The 3-0 will be a walk, so Dupree, he will be the fourth man put aboard via the BB. In this inning, that puts runners at first and second. And I believe that there is a error on this roster. They have him written down as Horatio Vargas, but I believe it's actually Horatio Cruz is his name, and maybe they just put it down wrong. Horatio Cruz out of Homestead, Florida. Did graduate this year. That will be fouled away. He's headed to Florida Southwest next year with an 0-2 count right now, facing Braden Micklin. Micklin will ground this one to second base, and the tag applied. Raylan Cavado finally gets them out of the inning on the 4 unassisted, but Elite Squad are finally on the board as they get 3 runs in the third. They have the lead, so what was a 6-run game is only 3, as it's 6 for the Legends and 3 for the Elite after 3. We head now to the 4th.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Thunderbird Harley-Davidson is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and the Connie Mack World Series. Visit ThunderbirdHD.com for more info.
Music make you lose control.
Rock a showstopper, beats get it crunk and wired. Wave your hands, scream loud. Everybody here get it out of control.
So we are now into the top of the 4th. We will see the designated hitter followed by the top of the lineup. So it's 9-1-2. So pitching here in the 4th is Andrew Bradford still. He'll hold his spot after being able to stave off the Florida Legends there in the 3rd inning. 1 run did come across in that inning. Pablo Torres, the designated hitter, though he's no longer pitching, he'll keep his spot in the lineup. First pitch is a strike, and by the way, Pittman's day closed out with 2 1/3 innings pitched, 2 strikeouts, 3 walks, 6 hits, 6 runs, 5 of which were earned. As Torres will smack that one out into center field. Easy play for Reed Broussard for the first out. It's 2 balls that Torres has put out there for Broussard. The first one was a fly. This one a nice liner. Bradford stretches the neck muscles a little bit. Warms himself up as he gets ready to face the top of this Florida Legends lineup. It'll be Cameron King up to the plate. King so far 1 for 1, 2 runs on a walk, and a single with 1 stolen base to his name today. King, he puts this one to short, but this time it's got a little bit too much juice on it. Did he get there? No. This time the shortstop, Gavin Lewis, gets to him. And so he will be down, but we might have ourselves a challenge as they are talking about this. So the very first hit of the game was Cameron King to the shortstop. King beat the throw, and we very well might be seeing that once again here. We'll take a peek right there. Ooh, that was a tight one. That's going to be a tough one to see as we see it frame by frame. I don't know that we're going to be able to really get a definitive call on that. But the umpires here are going to be going to replay. Maybe not the biggest play of the game, but it's certainly going to be an important one for Elite Squad, because if they can go 1-2 very quickly, they might be able to keep the momentum going their direction, because if they have that momentum, if they have that going into the fourth, then maybe, you know, they put down 1-2-3 very quickly. They come back up to the plate. For Elite Squad in the next inning, they're going to have the 9-1-2 spots themselves coming up to the plate, and it was the number 1 spot that got that big inning started for them before, as Bradford and company all hanging out waiting for the decision of the umpires. I mentioned the review umpire up here. We take a peek at it one more time. The review umpire up here is Rob McKinley. As we're looking, I think they're trying to take it frame by frame. Generally, the rule is it's when the ball is in the web of the glove. And, of course, the foot has to be completely on the bag. Kind of skipped right there. That might be unfortunate if that's the time skips right there, because that's the spot we need to see. Ooh, that's going to be... Might have lost the frame right there. Unfortunate if that's where it is. We're going to have to be... I'm not sure if maybe they've got a better frame on it there, but it's going to be a tough one to really rule out either way. And it looks like they are going to keep the call. So whether it's confirmed or just kept, either way, 2 outs now for the Florida Legends batters. As Cameron King goes down on a ground out. Justin LeBron will come up to the plate now. LeBron has been on base twice. He walked his first time and scored his second time. A 2 RBI single, including a caught stealing to finish out the second. Let's take a look at it again. This must be the definitive angle. You see that first baseman's glove? Yeah, it looks like that ball might have got there just in time. I mean, almost simultaneously. And when it's that close that you can't tell whether the spike of the cleat hit the bag or the ball goes into the web, you got to stick with what's on the field. Great job by our crew downstairs getting all those angles, all the cameramen and replay officials and everybody getting that one right. So we look at LeBron with an 0-1. Pardon me, 1-1 on the count. LeBron will chip this one high. It's It's in deep right center. It's going to bounce off the wall. LeBron will bounce off second base. He's headed over to third base, and that's just too easy for Justin LeBron. He's got to be one of the hottest batters in all of the Connie Mack World Series, as LeBron right now, I mentioned he went 7-9 in pool play. Well, now he's 9 for 11. Just unbelievable. 9 for 11 with 7 runs and 7 runs batted in this series. Just what an impressive few days or week, however you want to cut it up, for LeBron in this one, as timeout's going to be taken down there. A triple for Justin LeBron. Samuel Fisher will come up to the plate. He's 1 for 2 today. So I think right now what's happening right there is that Andrew Bradford, he, as part of his system, he does lick his fingers and he wipes them afterwards. Let's take a look at this triple again, just masterful. That one going. It stays in as it hops and then catches the top. And LeBron, he knew from the moment that he got that ball off of his hands, he knew he wanted to go to third. So he did just miss a ball there, so the count goes 2-0. Nothing, you didn't really miss anything at home there. I mean, it's better to watch that triple again, right? That's one of those games that goes into the highlight reel. This one ripped out of the right side. Samuel Fisher brings home a run with the Legends, and they respond to the Elites rally with a run of their own. Justin LeBron, he's going to get all the high fives, all the celebration there in the dugout on a big triple. How about Samuel Fisher, the first baseman, goes 2 for 3 here and puts home a run on the RBI single. Just blasted it through the gap. Now he's got a man holding him over at first. Bradford, he throws the breaking pitch low and in to Abdiel Delgado. Delgado, what a shot, just beyond the reach of the second baseman, letting LeBron come home. Delgado, he is 1 for 1 today. Sorry, he's 1 for 2. He does have an RBI and a hit and a run, as he had the RBI sac fly in the first and then a single where he scored in the third. He was the only guy to score in the third, despite the team having 3 singles in the inning. Ooh, Delgado, did that catch him? No, it looks like he just got out of the way in time. You got to give good credit over there to Archila as well to keep that ball in front of him. Count goes 3-0 for Delgado. That's just one launched over the front. I think that bat knocked out of his hands. The 2 popping out. Doesn't look like there's animosity, just the 2 of them chatting. Let's see what happened here. So yeah, just a gimme fastball. Oh, whoops. Yeah, catches the nub of the bat. You could try to do that and probably couldn't, as that one goes right into the waiting hands of Cade Pearl for the final out of the inning. 1 run does come across on 2 hits for the Florida Legends. They lead after 3.5, 7-3, but the Elite starting to warm up. Maybe they can respond in the bottom of the 4th.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi, my name is Reve, and I'm the General Manager over at Fiesta Kia. We're a proud supporter of youth sports, and we just want to say thank you. We want to be able to support the community in this time and be able to give back. So thank you, New Mexico. Hi, my name is Reve, and I'm the General Manager over at Fiesta Kia. We're a proud supporter of youth.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Gavin Lewis will step into the plate. Goes after the first pitch he sees. That one's up to left center. Calling off and making the play out there is Cameron King. He will have the first out. First that he's been pressed on defensively. Obviously, Cameron King has been big for them offensively, but that close play at first obviously shaken off by him as he's able to range out to the left side and make the play. We head back to the top of the lineup now. Will Taylor will be up to the plate for his third time today. No at-bats yet, though, for Will Taylor. Still waiting for his first official. As first time up, he walked on a full count. The second time up, he didn't have a single strike thrown at him, which will change this time as he's facing Horatio Cruz. Cruz will miss low with it. Take a look there at Will Taylor. The second baseman has had a lot of balls go his direction. Legends have no problem slapping away from it. Comes up and in for another ball. Will Taylor, one of those rare players who bats different than he throws. So if you remember when he's out on second base, he's got the glove on the left hand, which makes him a right-handy. But in this case, he's standing in the left-hander's box, so he's batting left-handed. He'll swing on that one and miss. Count goes full. No stranger to this, of course. As I mentioned, his first at-bat was a full count. We'll see what he can do on a 3-2 facing Cruz. Taylor takes a strike. He throws the bat towards the dugout, but he's going to have to go after it as that one was, I think, perfectly located on the fastball. He gets it just at the knees. And Taylor's first official at-bat is a strikeout. First man caught looking in this lineup. Next up to the plate will be Dane Watts. Dane Watts has grounded out to the second baseman twice now. He'll take a ball. Crucially, though, in the third, he advanced Will Taylor to third base with his ground out. In this case, he's, for the first time today, seeing blank bases ahead of him. Shows bunt, holds back as that one gets away from the catcher. Believe he held up in time. No, they say, okay, yeah, the umpire says 2-0. That one will be up and in. Count is 3 balls, no strikes for Dane Watts. Horatio Cruz will walk him in 4 pitches. Watts will finally make his way over to first. And in comes Reed Broussard. Broussard so far, a strikeout and a walk. He stole a base and came around to score on Kuriger's 2 RBI double. Broussard, see what he can do settling in as that one comes in high for him. Big futures guy getting his work done in center field. Had a couple sent his direction. They'll swing at that one and miss. Broussard holds back, takes strike number 2. So Broussard was originally going to be playing over at Texas A&M. Now he's moved it around. Broussard will swing at that one and strike out. That will end the inning. So the Florida Legends, while allowing one man onto the base paths, are able to get through the rest of the side. They exit the 4th inning with a 4-run lead. It's 7 for Florida, 3 for the Elite Squad.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi, my name is Reve, and I'm the general manager over at Fiesta Kia. We're a proud supporter of youth sports, and we just want to say thank you. We want to be able to support the community in this time and be able to give back. So thank you, New Mexico.
We're back here as Andrew Bradford out on the mound here. Bradford, he worked through the very first time through the lineup, gave up an RBI, and as now he's going to face the last 2 guys that he hasn't faced yet, which will be Victor Davila and Roylan Quevedo. Anthony Ruiz will be the 3rd man in the inning. Ruiz grounding out the first time he took on Bradford, but Bradford working his way through. So far, 20 pitches for him in 1 2/3 innings. And he's looked pretty good. He's got about 76 mile an hour right here. So, the catcher, Davila, will come up to the plate. So far today, he is 1 for 2. He struck out his very first time last time he was part of that 3-in-a-row single series of the Florida Legends. First pitch is up. Off the spot, so 1-0. Take Look at Bradford right there. That one will drop out of the spot. 2-0 on that curveball. Maybe with a curve that low, you expect he was trying to get him to chase after it. And he's had good movement on it all throughout Bradford. He's going to go with what looks like a two-seam high and gets him chasing 2-1. Bradford working very, very fast. He does not spend a whole lot of time. He's back into the windup, the pitch. He will tag Victor Davila, so the catcher will head over to first base on the hit by pitch. So not exactly how they would like it to start. Bradford, he looks around and gives some signals to the boys. There's nobody warming up for Elite Squad Gulf South, so this is the man they're going to roll with. Roylan Quevedo to the plate. Quevedo, first pitch is on the outside part of the plate for strike number 1. Quevedo's day reached on an error and he walked. Did score when he reached on that error as they go to first base. Pickoff attempt is no good. That one will be missed. 1-1. And this time he at least catches up to it. That one's going to go to the top of the stands, but not a lot of people sitting over on that side, as that's where all the sun is. On the third base side. The first base side, there's a lot of people packed in, and the sun kind of behind us here in the press box, so a lot of folks sitting here in the shadow. Delivery, love the movement on that curveball, and chasing after it is Quevedo, but he just makes a piece of it. So still nobody out, and Roy Quevedo hoping to do some damage. Quevedo sees one inside. 2-2, as that was a shade below 80 miles an hour. Bradford really trying to get it done with the stuff, not the speed. Go back to first base, but Davila is in safe. Second time they've checked on him over there. A bright, sunshiny day. Wind starting to pick up a little bit. Heading across directly from third base to first base right now. Got the base running glove in the back pocket. Roy Quevedo. Pounds that one to left field. Foul. Florida Legends, they've had their bats all over today. We really have not seen them going down via the K. So far for Bradford, no strikeouts yet. He's got guys to line out. He's got guys to ground out. This one's going to be pounded out to center field, so this will be a fly out. Broussard underneath it for the first out of the inning. Anthony Ruiz will get another opportunity to the plate. 1 for 2 himself. He's got 2 RBIs already in the game, which is fairly impressive on its own. It's Anthony Ruiz. 1 run, 1 hit, 2 runs batted in so far in his day. Takes a strike up in the zone. Ruiz will ground that one to third. This could be a double play. Throw is in time. It will be a 6-4-3, or rather a 5-4-3 double play as Ruiz grounds himself out of it. And the elite squad get themselves out of it. So they're still staring down a 4-run differential, but the defense did their job. We'll see if the bats can come alive in the bottom of the 5th. You're watching LivePlaySports.tv, ProView Sports on Comcast 26.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi, my name is Reve, and I'm the general manager over at Fiesta Kia. We're a proud supporter of youth sports, and we just want to say thank you. We want to be able to support the community in this time and be able to give back. So thank you, New Mexico.
We would like to thank the following sponsors.
Hi, my name is Reve, and I'm the general manager over at Fiesta.
In this inning, we will see Cade Pearl, Dom Archila, and Braden Kerger up to the plate. Still on the mound is Horatio Cruz for the Florida Legends. Cruz has cruised his way since he's stepped in. A couple of strikeouts next to his name. Just the 2 RBI double is the only real knock on his resume thus far. Of course, the runs do not count against him. Count sits right now at 2-1. Gets him swinging after it. Pearl's day hasn't been great, hasn't been terrible. He's walked once, he struck out once. As I mentioned, generally a pitcher, but today Pearl comes in as a first baseman, takes that one high. First we're seeing him at the plate. This could be a big one. Of course, the winner makes their life easy. Loser will have to play again to keep themselves alive. 3 balls, 2 strikes. That one is too far inside for Cade Pearl. He'll walk for the second time today, so I'd say the boat tips a little bit more in the good day category with that one, as he's aboard twice. On base percentage goes to 66%. Good look at Pearl over there on first base. Up to the plate now, that's going to be Dom Archila. Archila holds back on that one. Last time up, he walked on a full count. He really rode that one on the 3-1, on the 3-0. Had to fight against it, but he got there, so he's also walked and struck out. But Archila is lucky enough that he's come across to score today. He was brought in by that Braden Kerger 2-run double. This pitch will be low and away. And Archila's the last batter that has not faced against Horatio Cruz today. I don't see anybody warming up for either side, so expect to sit on these pitchers for right now as we're here in the bottom of the fifth. This one is blooped up, and it's going to drop out into center field. So runners to first and second for Elite Squad Golf South. It's a mouthful, I promise you. Say it 6 times fast. And that will bring Kurger to the plate. Last time with, well, 2 men in the exact same spot. Man on first, man on second. Kurger was able to blast that one deep, get the double, and get the 2 runs come in. 2 runs here would be massive for them. It would put them right within distance as they're down by 4. Kurger will hold back on that one, take the ball. It's the Connie Mack World Series. Watching it on LivePlaySports.tv. And this will be a mound visit. Maybe to just work some time. I see there is somebody beginning to get stretching out in the bullpen for the Florida Legends. Bullpen catchers heading out there as well. As this is a conversation with Coach Carlos Marti, just discussing with them kind of what they want to do. This is definitely between him and Horatio Cruz, with the man just beginning to stretch out in the bullpen. Cruz isn't going to be leaving anytime soon. He's got to at least kill enough time for the man to get warm over there. So Cruz wiping his hands right there on the L of the pants. Looks like we're going to be getting a chance to see that single again. Not sure, but up to the plate right now is going to be Braden Kurger. RBI double last time to the plate. Archila at first, Pearl at second. That one through the gap, and it could be another RBI. Kurger drives in another run. 3 RBIs on the day for Braden Kurger. That's going to be a run for Cade Pearl. Runners hold up at second and first. And all of a sudden, the tying run is represented at the plate with nobody out here in the fifth. Braden Kurger getting the DH spot today. Nice nod for him. Nice performance thus far, as he's gone 2 for 3. And there's a whole lot of baseball game left in this one. Horatio Cruz will be throwing to Colin Dupree. Dupree shows bunt. That breaking pitch right there, it was called a ball as it's high. Runners still at first and second. Dupree's day. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Grounded out back in the second. Dupree still showing that bunt. Mustache on point. The left fielder trying to get involved with the offense. He drops down the bunt, but it's going to go the wrong direction as it heads back to his dugout. No more bunting likely for Dupree as he looks at a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Still nobody out here. Both the middle infielders playing very, very tight around the bag. So a lot of space between the middles and the corners. That's if Dupree can locate it, but first the pitch would have to be located. In this case, Cruz locates it outside for a 2-2. Legends just trying to hold on to this lead. The hit foul. The Elite have been down late in the game before. They've come back to win it. Talked about that a little bit earlier on, and this is where they try to turn it on. Cruz has to hold on at least, maybe get one out in the inning. Below, count goes full. So Colin Dupree was looking at a 1-2, and he takes 2 straight balls following it. He waves the bat all the way in front of him. Everybody's got a little bit different eccentricities in the box. Dupree takes one outside, and the bases are juiced. Dupree to first, Kerger to second, Dom Archila over at third base, and that means tying run is aboard. This could potentially be it. I don't know if Horatio Cruz is going to stick around. He will not, as Coach Carlos Marti takes that ball out of his hands, so that's going to be the end of his day. His line won't be over till we find out what happens with the 3 men who are on base. That's it for him there. See, he gets the hugs, he gets the encouragement from the rest of the boys in the dugout, but the Florida Legends are in a jam now. We'll see if they can clear it out or if the Elite will come back in this game.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Thunderbird Harley-Davidson is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and the Connie Mack World Series. Visit ThunderbirdHD.com for more info.
Music make you lose control.
Rock a showstopper, beats get it crunk and wired. Wave your hands, scream loud. Everybody here get it out of control.
So into pitch now for the Florida Legends. They will bring in Derek Rodriguez. Rodriguez, 17 years old at this point, but he did graduate high school this season. Derek Rodriguez out of Taravella High School. He'll be heading off to St. Thomas at the end of the year. Derek Thomas put in a tough spot. You never want to come in when you're really looking at everybody all over you and the bases are loaded with nobody out. They hold just a 3-run lead here in the bottom of the 5th. 1 run has already come across to score. He will face the number 8 batter first in Brandon Macklin. Macklin, pardon me. He is 1 for 2 so far, a single, and he hit into a force out at second base last time. There's Dupree, who's the actual out batter, but we'll see what McLean can do. The base is loaded. The first pitch gets away from Davila, and there's the first run of the afternoon that is given up by McLean. Or rather, Derek Rodriguez. That one will go against Horatio Cruz. So Cruz right now 1 1/3 innings pitched. He did get 2 strikeouts in that time. 3 walks to his name. Sorry, 4 walks. Three hits and already 2 earned runs in, with 2 more on the bases. And will be held up as it's 2-0 for McClin, as he's not seen a strike yet in this at-bat. There's the man standing over at third base. That's Braden Kurriger. McClin will take another ball. It's 3-0, and Coach Marty in the dugout probably not happy with this. He's got another man warming up already, just in case, I'm sure, but a quick 3-0, and looks like the pitching coach heading out here. Can't be making a change already, I don't think. I think they're saying they've already used up their coaching timeouts. They've already used one here. The umpires right now talking. Wonder what they're discussing. Always be nice if you can get the microphone on them, but it's probably more than they really want to have, as now everybody coming together. Our crew once again, Randy Upton is at the plate. Over at first base is Albert Ruiz, Jeff Clough standing at second base. Third base is Mark Lewis. And up in the booth, Rob McKinley is in charge. And whatever they've decided, I don't think anybody's being penalized just yet, but I think for the Legends, at the very least, buys them a little time. Maybe to get a little collected. You probably don't want to start off by walking a guy if you're Derek Rodriguez. He does finally get a strike. That'll be fouled away, so what was a 3-0 count quickly turns to 3-2. It's nice and full for Braden McClin. Derek Rodriguez. Out of Coral Springs, Florida. And that will be smacked out into left field. They make the catch for the out. Runner will come in to score. 3 runs come across in this inning, and we've got ourselves a 1-run ball game. Tying run stands in scoring position as Derek Rodriguez. They're going to have now a conversation, and could that be the end of his day? Looks like he was brought in just to get the one batter. They do get the out as McClin flies out to left field. Colin Dupree holds up at second base, and Rodriguez, he did what he was brought in to do. The young man out of Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. So, with that, we've got another pitching change for the Florida Legends, as they're working into their 4th man on the mound. More information coming about him in just a moment here on LivePlaySports.tv and ProView Sports Comcast 26.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi, my name is Reve, and I'm the general manager over at Fiesta Kia. We're a proud supporter of youth sports, and we just want to say thank you. We want to be able to support the community in this time and be able to give back. So thank you, New Mexico.
So the new man on the mound is Braxton Shelton. He is committed to head to Alabama Birmingham after graduating this year. Most of these boys have done so. Braxton Shelton, he has been put in with the runner in scoring position. They do have just the one out. After an RBI fly out by Braden Micklin, there's just the one out. We'll see Gavin Lewis to the plate, and then we'll head back to the top of the lineup, depending on how everything shakes out. Shelton out of Brush High School from originally Fort Morgan, Colorado, playing for the Legends. This will be fouled off by Lewis, who has grounded out and flown out in today's game. He's going to Alabama Birmingham Dragons, I believe, is that school, if I remember correctly. This will be fouled away 0-2 quickly. And Shelton, he's a pitcher, but he's also considered one of the top shortstops in the state of Colorado during high school. The 18-year-old on the 0-2 pitch. Flown foul once again. It just stays within the bleachers on those far sides. Look at those kids rush over to get it. Yeah, there it is. There's the souvenir. That's how you track the ball down. Got to have fleet footing to be the first one there. Still an 0-2 count for Gavin Lewis. This ball popped in the infield. Catch made by Quevedo for the second out. So next up, we'll see Will Taylor rather, to the plate. Will Taylor, he is 0 for 1 with 2 walks and a strikeout. 1 run in the game. This is the time where if you're the number 1 batter in the lineup, they generally expect you to be a pretty good hitter, be somebody who can at least make a difference. And Will Taylor, yeah, he has one of the runs for them. But you kind of look at him right now and you say, hey, time to appear, time to make the big play. So Will Taylor settles back in. He swings on that one, and he will miss it, down 0-2. So 2 batters, and Braxton Shelton has put them both down into 0-2s to start things off. Man out of Springfield High will foul it away. And that Springfield High is in Louisiana. There's lots of Springfields across the country, but the Springfielder will strike out swinging for the second consecutive time. He goes down by the K, and Braxton Shelton gets them out of the jam, but the lead has narrowed as you see the puff of dirt. The elite squad from Gulf South, they score 3 in the inning, and now it's 7 runs for the Legends, 6 for the elite squad. The action continues in the 6th inning right here on LivePlay.tv.
Hi, my name is Reve, and I'm the general manager over at Fiesta Kia. We're a proud supporter of youth sports, and we just want to say thank you. We want to be able to support the community in this time and be able to give back. So thank you, New Mexico.
For making this broadcast possible.
Fiesta Kia on Lomas, a better way to buy your next car. As a get more and save more kind of store, we're ready to get you on the road and in the vehicle that you want to drive. With a great selection of all-new Kias arriving daily to the all-new gas-saving electric EV6. With a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles, we'll have the perfect car for you, or we'll find it. Stop by Fiesta Kia on Lomas today, or start driving now at fiestakia.com.
The energy landscape.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast.
Take a look there at the scoreboard and the streets here in Farmington, New Mexico. First pitch is high for a ball. Andrew Bradford keeping his job out on the mound. So Elite Squad have used 2 pitchers where the Legends are already into their 4th. Whoop. That one's foul either way. Trying to run through the batter to get to it. So in this inning, we will see Eddie Bo Rodriguez, Pablo Torres, and Cameron King. And it looks like Elite Squad's Jay Artigues he's insisting that that was fair and that the runner was obstructing him, but I think that ball bounced off of the plate first, and yeah, no hard feelings. You see the catcher just give him a little chest pat like, my bad. Don't worry about it. 1-1. And ripped out to left center. That one's going to drop in at least 1 extra base. Rodriguez will hold up at second base, and Eddie Bo Rodriguez, his opening hit of the affair, is a double. Eddie Bo Rodriguez gets the encouragement from coach. And the Legends, who need a big inning here in the 6th, they need to respond after giving up another 3-run inning, 2 of them already for the Elite Squad, the Florida Legends, who've only been kept off the board in 1 inning thus far. Already off to a good start here, but now comes the designated hitter, Pablo Torres. He is in line for the win as a pitcher. If his team can maintain the lead, he can give them a helping hand here with something in play. Torres will step out of the box as Bradford steps off of the rubber. There's Rodriguez at second. Bradford forced a line out to center field his first time against Torres. Torres will cut that one foul. Bradford has been very efficient. He stepped in with just 1 out in the 3rd inning. We're already here to the 6th. He's only thrown 38 total pitches. And while he doesn't have any strikeouts to his name, he has forced guys to put the ball in play. That won't be low for a ball. So 26 strikes, 13 balls thus far. About 2/3 strikes to ball ratio. That's pretty good, but really what the key has been since Bradford stepped in is that, as I said, guys are putting the ball into place. There's ground outs, there's fly outs, there's double play, a couple of line outs, and that's what, yeah, it's real flashy when you can get a lot of strikeouts in a game when you're a guy who puts 8 strikeouts in 7 innings or something like that, but outs are outs. And since Bradford's come in, it's turned around. This one's going to be launched by Torres deep to left field. Holding up at second. Now we're going to have a play over at third. It's not going to be in time. So Torres essentially a sacrifice to advance Rodriguez to third as he flies out for the third time today. It'll be 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Aaron Rivera here on LivePlaySports.tv, ProView Sports Comcast 26. It's the Connie Mack World Series at Ricketts Park, Farmington, New Mexico, as the Florida Legends and Elite Squad Gulf Coast are facing off. The second of 4 games today. Elite Squad came in as the South qualifier in the New Orleans tournament. Florida Legends, they get in during the Midwest qualifier in Nashville, Tennessee. Taking 2 quick strikes here is Cameron King, who is 1 for 2. 2 runs on a walk and a single today. He will blast that one high and away. It's going into the dugout, though, or rather the bullpen. Take a look. The center fielder. He's got the crossed eye black as well. Always a fan of players showing off their individuality, their creativity with how they want to wear the uniform. This time it's going to be in play, and that should be an out. He might be able to bring in the runner, but it's going to be shallow, so there will be a play at the plate. Oh! He might have got him. If Archila had been able to catch that ball, he might have been able to lay the tag instead. Edibo Rodriguez on consecutive flyouts will come across to score, so the Legends can breathe a little safer as they get another run across. It's an 8-6 ball game in their favor. Let's take a peek again as Edibo Rodriguez, he comes up here, he tags up. Racing through, and that throw, the ball was right about in time. I think he probably still would have got past it because it was just behind him, but a close one, of course, doesn't really matter in the end since Archila was not able to hold on to the ball. Now, Coach Artigas is on the mound chatting with the boys. There is someone beginning to warm up in the bullpen, a couple of guys stretching out there. I don't see anybody ready to go just yet. So Artigas maybe just discussing with the boys, talking with them. It's not really towards Bradford. Trying to see. I don't think there's any need to challenge it for an obstruction. I think he was well in the place, but we seem to have a substitution. And it looks like that is, in fact, the day's end for Andrew Bradford. Got a new man will be stepping in on the mound, so for Elite Squad Gulf South, the new man who is coming in to pitch for them, it's going to be Sage McVeigh. We will give you a little bit more information about him in just a moment, so stick around.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi, my name is Reve, and I'm the General Manager over at Fiesta Kia. We're a proud supporter of youth sports, and we just want to say thank you. We want to be able to support the community in this time and be able to give back. So thank you, New Mexico.
So Sage Rivera is the new pitcher. Sage out of Bellhaven. So we'll see what he can do here. Approaching his 19th birthday. Bellhaven College will be where he's playing, rather. He's out of Napoleonville, Louisiana, from Assumption High School there. And he will step in to take on the very, very good Justin LeBron. So LeBron, a walk today, a single, and a triple. He's got 2 runs batted in. He's got 2 runs scored today. And he's 2 for 2. As you see there, they do have someone else warming up in the bullpen as well as Rivera. He is listed as a pitcher, but I think he's preferred as an infielder, a middle infielder. And LeBron finally denied. So that one goes into the glove of Colin Dupree, and that will finish out the side. But the Legends, they bring home a run on a Cameron King sac fly. Eddie Bo Rodriguez will score. It's been 5.5 innings here at the Connie Mack World Series bracket play, and the Florida Legends a narrow 8-6 lead over Elite Squad Gulf South.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Fiesta Kia on Lomas, a better way to buy your next car. As a get more and save more kind of store, we're ready to get you on the road and in the vehicle that you want to drive. With a great selection of all-new Kias arriving daily to the all-new gas-saving electric EV6. With a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles, we'll have the perfect car for you, or we'll find it. Stop by Fiesta Kia on Lomas today, or start driving now at fiestakia.com.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
Here comes the 0-0 pitch. Dane Watts at the plate. Still Braxton Shelton in the pitch. Shelton working quickly on the 1-0. That one's going to be popped out to left field. Found out there by Abdiel Delgado for the first out. And a crucial stretch right now. So we play 7-inning games here at the Connie Mack World Series. Want to welcome you back. Aaron Rivera here. So with 2 innings to go, 2 sets of at-bats. Elite Squad Gulf South has battled their way back into this game after at one point trailing by 6. Swing and a miss by Reed Broussard. Broussard 0 for 2. He did walk and score in the third. And very quickly, 0-2. Shelton wearing the high sock combo. Always been a fan of it. He's got his a little extra all the way up to the knees. And now there's a chat between the batting coaches. I mean, everybody over there. That's Broussard and Cade Pearl standing there. Broussard will walk his way over. If you saw that shot, you could just see how big Cade Pearl really is. He is a big, big dude out there. 6'3". Got the big blaster shades as well. A 1-2 for Reed Broussard, and now Braxton kind of changing up with him. Comes up high with it on the fastball. Colorado pitcher misses inside. It's 2-2. Shelton, a multi-sport athlete, and at Brush High School. Played football, played basketball, of course baseball. That one's not surprising. You kind of expect somebody to be playing out there. That's his main sport, of course. A kicker, though. That's the one that kind of catches you. Is that one swung on? It is a strike, but he will be over to first base. So Broussard strikes out. The ball is lost, though, by Davila, and Broussard will be aboard safely to first base. So we still will just have the one out, but he will make it over to first. So with Broussard over at first base for the second time today, we'll see Cade Pearl to the plate. He found his way to first base last time via the walk. He'll take a strike. It was, of course, against Horatio Cruz, who is out of the game now as a pitcher. This one will be away for strike. Get a small Cessna flying over the field. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. They check on the man in first. We do have at this crucial juncture with 1 man aboard the tying run represented by the batter. Swung on and missed to make it a 1-2. Cade Pearl has yet to put a ball in play. He struck out. He's walked. Big man will take strike 3 right through the middle. 2 away as Shelton has worked his way.
Pitcher, Dom Archilla.
That is high. The fastball gets him chasing for the strike. It's Dominic Archila at the plate. Ooh, nice tight shot. You can see the curls. This will be a fastball up and in for a ball. And Reed Broussard over there on first base. Center fielder. We have got a peek at the full head of lettuce when he chased down a ball. That one through the middle, and Broussard was already on his haunches, and now he heads over to third base. So he doesn't get the steal to his name, but he does move his way all the way to third base. Pilfers, not just 1 bag, but 2 essentially here. Threw off the shortstop as Justin LeBron was kind of paying attention to him more, trying to think whether he could get to it, so he looked up before he actually had the ball in hand. We'll see if they rule that one an error or a hit. Either way, another runner stands just 90 feet from home plate for the elite squad as they chase a 2-run lead of the Florida Legends. This pitch is high for a ball to Braden Kurger, who has had 2 of the most clutch moments for this team thus far. 2 RBI double, an RBI single in his last 2 at-bats. This will be in for a strike. So they will rule it an error. So Bouchard, that will be not in time. Well, he just kind of looks him off. But Bouchard, he reached base because of a dropped 3rd strike. Archila reaches first base because of a error by the shortstop. Been 2 outs otherwise, but essentially the 2 men on base on there via gifts of the Florida Legends. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 men out here in the bottom of the 6th. The Legends got a run on their half of it. And it's on Kurger. How many times can he come up big for this club? Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 men on, and advancing over to second base as he takes a ball. Archila on that last pitch found his way over to second. They decided not to challenge him over there. As the count is full, all the pressure on his shoulders right now. The man out of St. Amant High School, Gonzales, Louisiana native. Kurger fouls that one away. Hits it quickly to the ump, otherwise it could have been runs scored. Kurger struck out. Perfect pitch, and look at the Legends celebrate there. The called strike, and they get themselves out of a jam. Despite 2 men being in scoring position, the Florida Legends will head back to the dugout after 6 innings, still leading by 2. They'll have one more at bat to see how far they can get ahead. We'll see what they can do on their side of the 7th here from the Connie Mack World Series.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Thunderbird Harley-Davidson is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and the Connie Mack World Series. Visit ThunderbirdHD.com for more info.
Music make you lose control.
Rock a showstopper, beats get it crunk and wired. Wave your hands, scream loud. Everybody here get it out of control.
So back on the mound for Elite Squad Georgia, or pardon me, Elite Squad Gulf South, rather, is Rivera. So Rivera, a high school quarterback, back at Assumption High School in Napoleonville, Louisiana. A lot of multi-sport athletes all across the teams, all across the fields, of course. Rivera, he got Justin LeBron to finish out the sixth, which is what they needed more than anything else, as he stepped in for Andrew Bradford. And despite the fact that we did see some more warm-ups, as there's the fans in the stands, got the cool baseball umbrellas. But we did see a man warming up earlier for Elite Squad, but Rivera is going to keep his job out there. He's going to keep busy on the mound, and if he can get through this Florida Legends lineup without giving up a run, he'll keep them close and keep them in the running to potentially steal this one in the bottom of the seventh. So in this inning, we will see Samuel Fisher, Adriel Delgado, and Victor Davila to the plate. First up is Fisher, an RBI single last time up to the plate. Fisher with 2 singles in the game and a flyout in the first. That one will be grounded over to second base. Taylor with the play and 1 out. Adriel Delgado will come up to the plate. Delgado, he's got an RBI and a run in this game. He's 1 for 3. Delgado attacks the first thing he sees, and he sends it back our direction. Just missed us by a little bit. Was hoping to get a free baseball headed up this direction, but not quite there. It'll just be an 0-1 count for Delgado. He goes after the second one, and this one out to his own position. Ranging back to make the play is Colin Dupree. Dupree's got him for out number 2 in the inning. Dupree's been busy today. We'll see the catcher Davila up to the plate. That one will be through the middle for a strike. He will see that one up and away, 1-1 for Victor. And he will take strike number 2, 1-2. So Victor Davila with a 1-2 count. He will attack that one. It's foul. The umpire says, I just had to step over it, so didn't make it fair. Just by a hair. That could have been very dangerous otherwise, because he really roped that one, and it would have got caught up in the corner, but it would have got caught up in the corner just because it was foul. Rivera, here he is on the mound. Davila coming in. A easy grounder over there for Taylor, second time in the inning, and he takes care of business once again. 1-2-3 for the first time today. The Legends are retired, and now we go to the bottom of the seventh. One more chance for Elite Squad to come back.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi, my name is Reve, and I'm the general manager over at Fiesta Kia. We're a proud supporter of youth sports, and we just want to say thank you. We want to be able to support the community in this time and be able to give back. So thank you, New Mexico.
A beautiful sunny day, but look at those clouds, majestic. They call Montana the land of the big sky, but out here in the deserts of New Mexico, we've got big, gorgeous skies as well. A beautiful sight for the Connie Mack World Series. You're watching LivePlaySports.tv. ProView Sports, Comcast Channel 26. Aaron Rivera here. Glad that you could join me and all of the crew for today's game. It's been a fun one, and it's not over yet. This is what the books are written about. You're down by 2. It's the bottom of the 7th, the final inning. If you can't come back this inning, we will see the 7, 8, 9 spots. Colin Dupree, Braden Micklin, and Gavin Lewis. First pitch is a strike, and on the mound is Braxton Shelton. Braxton Shelton has stepped in and been very, very good. That one is going to be in for strike number 2. Shelton, the only reason players have reached so far is due to an error and due to a dropped strikeout. But a quick 0-2 to Dupree, and Dupree will launch after that one. Strikeouts. As he will chase after that one. You can see a little disappointment on the face there for Dupree. Not how he wanted it to happen. Shelton looking his direction, looking cool out on that mound. Look at that. He looks fired up. He knows that this is it. This is game time. 2 more outs and he can get it. Now at the plate is Micklin. He will chase after an 88-mile-an-hour fastball for strike number 1. And the locations here are just aggressive. Shelton. Goes after him again. This one, the changeup, so he takes 20 miles off of that one. Just able to catch up to his Micklin, but changes speeds on the batter. Now we'll see what he does. Maybe change the eye line a little bit as he comes both of those high. He keeps that one high. Fastball maybe got away from him. Because guys will chase the fastball high. I've already mentioned that today, but they're not going to chase it if it's above the head. Goes after him this time. Fastball challenges him. Strike number 3. And right now Shelton is, well, he's about to close this one out. I don't believe that you can have a 2 2/3 inning closing. I think you can have a 2 2/3 inning save rather, as Shelton goes after Gavin Lewis. I think you can have a 2-inning one, but I think right now he's looking like the hero because as Elite Squad Gulf South has surged late in the game, Shelton has come in and decided to just attack them. He gets the call on that as well. It's 0-2. Oh, never mind. They called that a ball. I thought I saw the strike sign, so they did change it. That is a strike, so it's 1-2. He's not using any funny stuff right now. Fastball, fastball. Takes no time. 90 miles an hour up above the zone. And Shelton, just look how fast he's going. They're not even, look at that. Signal for fastball. Fastball, strike number 3. Retires the side by the K in this inning. So Shelton 6 strikeouts in 2 2/3 innings. And Florida Legends are able to squeak this one out, an 8-6 victory here over the Elite Squad Gulf South. So the Florida Legends continue their legend, and it was a really strong day early on for them as they put up runs in every inning up until the 5th. They had 2 in the first, 3 in the second, then 1 in the 3rd and 4th each. They got 1 more in the 6th, an insurance run. Elite Squad, though, surged back. 3 runs in the 3rd, 3 runs in the 5th. Braxton Shelton able to, though, come in and really just shut the door on them, and some great batting from all sides. So our Pepsi play of the game, we are going to go with one of my favorite plays to see. It's a triple. That's Justin LeBron, as we can take a look right here. He just laces that one out, and when LeBron hit that ball, he knew where it was going. He knew that he was headed over to third base, and LeBron, just a strong day for him at the plate. He went 2 for 3 with a walk, 2 runs, and 2 runs batted in. He would have been our P&M player of the game if Braxton Shelton didn't just step in there and absolutely dominate. So our P&M player of the game is going to have to be number 8, Braxton Shelton, who came in and shut the door with 6 strikeouts in 2 2/3 innings, and he was just overpowering them late in that game. So the Florida Legends, they are going to advance along to play another day. Well, both teams will, but for Elite Squad Gulf South, they're going to have to win out. They can't afford to lose anymore. It is double elimination here once we get to bracket play. A lot of fun here, this game between the Legends and the Elite Squad. Want to thank you all for watching and thank our entire crew, all the cameramen, the replay men, everybody in the truck, making sure that we have such a great game. We got 2 more coming for you here from Ricketts Park at the Connie Mack World Series. Aaron Rivera saying thank you and have a great afternoon.
Hi, my name is Reve, and I'm the general manager over at Fiesta Kia. We're a proud supporter of youth sports, and we just